Welcome to the international broadcast of the LFL. I'm Lisa, and I'm the reporter for the league, and I'm excited to be sitting here for the first time this season because I got some tough questions, and I'm going to be asking them to our friend Austin, also known as Visionz. All right, so I have a bunch of categories I'm going to ask you, and you just tell me who you would pick for that category.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. So the first category is which team surprised you the most so far this split?
I'm gonna go with Solari. I didn't really have high expectations for these guys. I knew they had a lot of the same members coming back in, and with the new guy Kcorp coming in, it feels like he's really starting to find form. So this is the team that was 0-2 and has taken down some of our top teams now in the LFL.
Solari, here's your award. Someone edited in green screen an award for that. All right, moving on to the next category.
Sure.
Which team maybe didn't meet your expectations?
The Kcorp fans are gonna be really mad at me at this one.
No, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. We need views, we need views.
Kcorp is definitely a team that I think has been a little underwhelming. You know, they had an okay start where they're winning, they were losing, they were playing. It looks like they were trying to at least try different things at the beginning of the early weeks, which I always respect. For me, it's Kcorp. I want to see them get back to form. I think they have it in them. So far, I think it's definitely been them.
All right, next category. Which team has been most innovative?
I feel like a lot of people will get mad at me if I didn't say Gamers Origin. They're a team that hasn't necessarily been performing well, but they are certainly creative. You don't know what's going to happen when you watch Gamers Origin.
Who do you think, in terms of bot lane, has the best bot lane? Which team has the best bot lane right now?
I'm probably going to be looking at Jacktrol and Jeskla. They're always consistent, and the way that they balance the map movements, I think is something that you really have to bring a lot of focus and emphasis on. I've been really impressed with how slow they take it, how coordinated they are, and when they want to fight you and take these trades, they're there for it. So they've been really strong for me.
In terms of teams, which team so far has impressed you with just how on the same page they are?
Have just been that team, or Solari, sorry, have been that team that have just stood out. They're just always coordinated. They're always setting up, and they know their win conditions.
Now let's talk about the 1v1 duel. You know, everyone loves a good 1v1. Who do you think has done really well in the 1v1?
Bad Lulu, without a doubt. He's the real deal. He's 18 years old. He was a professional player in a different game at like 14, and he is smurfing on kids in the top lane. He's always electric. You can always depend on him to make those big moments and to just find solo kills. Like, I don't know how he's able to do it, but he's always able to do it in matchups that sometimes aren't even good for him.
We got to talk about now objective control. A nice controlled game. Which team has played a very impressive, controlled, objective, focused game to you?
For me, I think it's LDLC. These guys were the top of the league at the beginning of the early weeks, and I think they've been really impressive with the setup going into getting a lot of those objectives, which leads to ultimately getting them.
Which team has been really good in the late game?
Solari, they've been there, but hey, for a different reason. Not because of Steelback and because of Joko, but because of Scarlet. He becomes a late game monster that people just can't deal with. And I think he has at times actually single-handedly won games for Solari.
Which one do you feel has the most clutch factor? Someone who's always clutched it?
I'm gonna say Shio. And Shio is gotta be one of the clutchest smiters in the league. Give him Lee Sin, give him Diana. Champions that can't get in the pit, you'll still find a way in the pit. And he'll steal away the objective.
All right, we're down to our most final grand awards here.
The big ones.
The big ones. The award just got bigger. I want to know what was the most memorable play so far. We're only halfway through, but there's been a lot of great plays. So which play stood out to you the most?
Yeah, that's pretty hard not to mention the pentakill from Reckless.
Come on, that's an obvious one.
Jekyllad claims the kill, but Reckless gets one's back, and now he's getting excited in the back line. Reckless is going to go absolutely bonkers. That's the quadra. Oh my goodness, Reckless with the pentakill.
Because of the crowd behind the pentakill. That was insane. I remember hearing it in my ear while calling it, and I knew I had to just hit a level I've never hit before because it was one of the most insane plays that we've gotten to see.
I want to know which player impressed you the most so far this split.
This one I think is going to come as a surprise, but for me, it's Yike. I personally didn't have any expectations for this team coming in, but Yike's like, no middle of the pack team. We're coming out here with the fire. His Viego is his signature pick. I think that he just has such a way with creating early advantages with champions that shouldn't be able to do it, but he finds a way. And on top of that, he is a menace when it comes to team fighting. It doesn't matter what champion he has.
All right, those are all the awards for the midpoint season of the spring split. Thank you so much, Visionz, aka Austin Visionz, for joining me here. I'm sure I'll have you back. But yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the games.